So guys, today I wanted to show you the silicone molds that I am going to be using to make three different projects. The first one will be a bracelet. The second one will be used to make trinkets. And then the third one will be used to make refrigerator magnets. So please stay tuned to the video and you will see the different ways I will use these silicone molds to create three separately complete different projects. Stay tuned. Okay guys, now these are the two different silicone molds I'm using. One is a square and one is a rectangular one. And right now I am attaching some craft wire to the square mold, and you can attach anything to it. The rectangular mold I've placed yarn inside of it, yarn that I've gotten from the dollar store, and then this craft wire, I just ordered this online, and all I'm doing is just gonna wrap it around the base, and it's just sort of freeform wrapping. I've sort of kind of twirled it a little bit and bent it up just to kind of get it situated and set in there. So I'll continue wrapping this, and then now that I've done that, I have mixed equal parts A and equal parts B of resin and hardener, and I'm going to mix this for 3 minutes. So this will continue to mix for 3 minutes. Okay guys, I'm done mixing, and so now I'm just going to start to pour my resin. And like I said, the first one I put some craft ribbon that I got from the dollar store as well. And I'm just trying to make sure I don't spill anything up. Some just popped out, but it's okay, I'll wipe it up. And then now this one I have put the wire inside, and I've also added a little bit of gold leaf. I forgot to add that step, but I've added a little bit of gold leaf to the copper wire. Now that everything has been set for 12 hours, what I'm now doing is unmolding everything. And as you can see, that's the gold leaf one that I did, that rectangular one. And this is the one I did with the craft ribbon, just cleaning it up. And I'm just trying it on so you guys can see that it's an actual bracelet. Isn't that pretty? With the craft ribbon. And then that one is my gold leaf. What do you guys think so far? So this is part one. This is me making bracelets, and I've added buttons to this one. And this one will be a neat project for my sister's daughter-in-law, granddaughter-in-law. And that one is the one with the gold leaf and the wire. Okay, now that my bracelets have been made, this is part one, and then now it's time, to kind of get ready to show you part two of the video. So these are the different photos that I'm going to be using, and this is part two of the video. And right now I'm just trying to figure out how I want to place the bracelet on top of the photo. And this is a picture of Aria. She had broken her arm and she's resting right now. And right now this is a picture of my mom. Her name is Mary. And this was taken on Mother's Day. And then this is a picture of me. I am just choosing the one that I had the ribbon inside. So that's me with a sort of what do you call that? Where you kind of add the effects on the photo. I forgot what it's called. And then the other one was my granddaughter Carly. So right now I'm getting my glue ready, and I am going to attach the bracelet to the photos. And you can use any type of glue. You can use E6000. It's hard to track that. The dollar store used to carry it, but they're always out. So I try to get whatever glue they have, or you can go to Hobby Lobby and get E6000. But you can attach it with any type of glue. You can even use resin as well. If you have leftover resin, you can use it as well. My resin tends to set by the time I'm ready to use it, so it's better for me just to use glue. And all I'm doing is speed up the process so you guys don't have to sit and watch me put glue on everything. So I've attached the bracelets to the photos, making sure it is secured properly with the glue. And this is the last one with my mom. Okay, now that the photos have been attached, this one is a picture of Aria before she broke her arm, and I am using a cropping template to cut it out, and this is what I'll use to make the refrigerator magnet. And I'm just cutting it around it, making sure that everything is even. And that's the rectangular image that I'm going to cut out. And remember, this is the same mold that I used to make my bracelet. Now I'm going to use the back side to put the photo inside for my magnet, for my photo magnet. Guys, make sure you hit the like button. Let me know what you think about this project. And this is project number 2. I've done this before, and I've kind of gotten a lot of requests and reviews on doing it again. So I've edited a lot because this video was actually almost an hour long. So I've edited down as much as I could without um, messing with the integrity of the project, so you guys can still have an idea of what it is that I'm doing. So all I'm doing is cutting around Aria's photo, making sure it'll fit inside the mold. But it should, because I measured it with the cropping template. And you can order cropping templates online. Amazon has them. I ordered this one from a company called Little Windows. And that's a picture of Aria, and I'm just going to sit it down in there. Perfect fit. Okay, now that the photos have sealed, I've let them seal for about 30 minutes. It doesn't take long for glue to set. But I let them sit for about a good 30 minutes, and now I am just going to pour resin on top of the photo. And resin will not distort the effects or image. You can use resin on anything. You can add anything to resin. You can add candy to resin. You can add, as you can see, ribbons. You can add buttons to resin. You can add gold leaf paper. You can add wire. And you can also add photos to resin. And that's Aria. I am going to pour the rest of the resin on top of her photo. This is the back side of the photo. Okay, guys, now for the sake of time, I am going to speed up this process. The photos have just set for 12 hours, and now I am cutting around it just so you guys can see. Now that it's no longer a bracelet, it is now a trinket. And that little edge right there that I'm showing you guys, I'm going to use my drill to kind of smooth that one out. Kind of slight little bit of resin kind of came out the side, and so right now I was just showing you that I'm going to use the drill. But that's the photo of my mom and me and my granddaughter and my niece Aria. And then this is the other one that I made of Aria on top. And again, these are the cropping templates that I'm just showing you. One is square and one is rectangular. I used a square mold, and the square mold came with a cropping template. And I used a rectangular mold, silicone mold, and that one came with the rectangular cropping template. So all I'm doing is taking hers out. Now hers still needs to set. That's why it looks a little soft. It'll set completely after 24 hours. It'll be hardened plastic. But this is her photo. And then this is another one I made. I used some miniature roses. I like this. It's a little thicker. I had to add a little bit more resin so to make sure that everything was completely covered. And all I'm doing is just cleaning off the edges. And that's the same one that I used for the bracelet. Just showing you. And all I did was add dried flowers. I have a bunch of dried flowers. And I added a little bit of gold leaf paper. And then I added resin to it. That's very pretty. And this is going to be a refrigerator magnet as well. But guys, what do you think of these projects so far? Please thumbs up, hit the red button if you want to see more future videos, and leave a comment. And then this one is one I cut out another photo, another project I did where I was making a trinket, and this was a photo I cut around, and then this was leftover scraps, other photo, and I liked the colors. I thought it was very beautiful, so I decided to cut them up into 3 strips and turn them into a refrigerator magnet. Guys, what do you think? Isn't that beautiful? Trying to get close so you guys can really see what it looks like. That's the back side, and I'll trim it. And that's the rose, the one with the miniature roses. A little thicker, but I liked it. And just making sure I'm trimming out the edges. And if you hear traffic in the background, guys, I have the window open, so I'm letting fresh air come in while I am doing this video. So I apologize about the noise in the background. And so those are my 4 refrigerator magnets. And now all I'm going to do is attach magnets to the back of them. You can get magnets anywhere. The dollar store has them, Hobby Lobby, Walmart. So they're very, very inexpensive, and you get a whole bunch of them. And I've already turned the photos upside down, and I'm just attaching the smaller magnets to the thinner photos. They don't really require heavy magnets. I'm adding 2, so when you put them on the refrigerator, if you want to attach anything else to it. So I'm speeding up the time because obviously you don't want to see me attach magnets to this. These are some other trinkets that I made, and I got these actually out of a brochure. I was at Hobby Lobby, and they have these free crafting brochures. And I like the image of the jewelry, and I thought that I can do something with the actual image instead of the actual project. And so all that was a bracelet that I made, and I attached the bracelet on top of the paper and added resin. And then this one, you've seen this one before. This one is in my first family photo that I did. And that's another picture of me. And this is the brochure I was telling you about. I got this from Hobby Lobby. And it just shows you how to make different jewelry projects. And all I did was put my bracelet on top of that and use the cropping template to cut out to make sure it was secured properly. And then I just poured the resin on top. Isn't that pretty? And you can use these little trinkets for anything. You can put keys in them. You can put jewelry in them. They're really fun as gifts. Really fun to give out as birthday gifts. And as you can see, this is another one that I'm going to use this bracelet to make another project. But I just kind of want to show you the image that I'm planning on using. Guys, what do you guys think so far of this video? Hopefully you like it. And this is one I used. I got some craft paper from Hobby Lobby. It was like picture of like corresponding mail. And it was just in the shade of green. And I like the color. I need to finish it because I set it in a spill of resin that I didn't notice. And so it got stained on the bottom. And that's the bracelet. And I put the bracelet on top of the crafting paper. Sorry I don't have a picture of the crafting paper, but that's the bracelet. And I put the bracelet on top of the crafting paper and made that trinket. My molds just fell on the floor, but it's fine. And there's another bracelet, and then that's the same bracelet I used to make the trinket. One is square and one is rectangular. And that's the ribbon that I use. I got this from the dollar store. You can get it at any store, any type of crafting ribbon. And this is the mold that I use. And all I did was just measured around it, put a piece of tape on it to secure the ends, and then I filled it with resin. That's it. And that's the bracelet. That's the finished result when it comes out. Yep, and I'm trying on the bracelets that I've made. I've made a lot of bracelets. Just kind of wanted you guys. And this is another one that I made with ribbon. Craft ribbon that I got from the dollar store. I need some more lotion on my hands, guys. I apologize about my skin. It looks dry. I actually thought I put enough lotion on before I did the video. Okay, guys, so this is sort of the silicone mold that I've used. One was to make the bracelet. The second one was to make the trinket. And the third one was to make the refrigerator magnet. Guys, let me know what you think of this video. And here are some other bracelets that I had made, different types. And then these are some of the finished projects that I showed you guys. And then these are the magnets that I showed you guys. So this silicone mold, I used it in 3 different ways. So thanks for subscribing to my channel. And as always, thank you for tuning in, Rose J Creates.